Hey guys. Hey you guys. Happy Fat Kid Friday. Maybe we need to change the snacks to Fridays. Scott, do we need to change the snacks to Fat Kid Friday? Should we make it Fat Kid Friday instead of Sherlock Scooby Snacks?
Sure.
So you want to try snacks now? That's what you're saying.
I'm for it.
Scott be down for crazy stuff. So TGIF, thank God it's Friday, y'all. It is indeed Friday. We are indeed here. We are going to do fairy tales, period. Okay, we got our famous fairy tales here. As you guys can see from the title, today's title is called Is That Oprah and Marilyn Monroe Level Up? Okay, huh? What? That's that glow up. That's that glow up. That's that glow up, blow up, show up. Scott, what story do you think we're telling today? Is now listen to the title. It's that Oprah and Marilyn Monroe level up.
Um, I don't know. Have a guess.
Cinderella.
Oh,
Period. Think about it. Think of all the Disney movies that you loved growing up. Cinderella, I know, is your favorite. And of course, I got my cute little Sherlock because we can never forget about him. We love him. We're fans. We're big fans. We're stans. We're groupies. Are you ready for this story? Like, this is a new type of Cinderella you never heard of.
okay.
I think. I don't know. I haven't read it. So we'll get my real reaction.
Okay.
I haven't read this particular one. They're all different. Like, remember the other time we were reading Peter Pan and Wendy got shot with a bow and arrow? Like, whoa, what's going on here? So here we go. Let's get into it. Y'all ready? Here we go. Once upon a time, there lived a little girl who lived alone with her father. Poor child. Her own kind mother was unalived, and her father, who loved her very dearly, was afraid that his little girl was sometimes lonely. She ain't that damn lonely for what you about to bring here, but okay, sir, let's go. So he married a grand lady who had two daughters of her own, and who he thought would be good and kind to his little one. No sooner did the stepmother enter her new home than she began to show her true character. She a B word, y'all. She a bitch. Her stepdaughter was so much prettier and sweeter than her own children that she was jealous of her and gave her all the hard work of the house to do, while the two proud sisters spent their time at pleasant parties and entertainments. She's a hater. She's a hater. Now, I'm going to point out the comparison between Oprah and Marilyn because we can't just be throwing these names up here and not telling like how the hell they got here. Marilyn and Oprah both had horrible childhoods. It was not a good childhood. Marilyn was abandoned by her mother. Her mom had like mental health, I think schizophrenia. They don't really know because they didn't have good diagnoses back then. But her mom had like crazy mental health issues. Couldn't really take care of her. The dad, of course, abandoned. So we got the reverse in here. The dad abandoned, and that poor girl went through plenty of orphanages, and she was touched as a child. Like, she had a lot going on. Oprah was just neglected, and she was touched as a child too. She lived in extreme poverty. It was horrible. Like, these ladies did not have a good start. Okay, they started from the bottom, just like Miss Cinderella here. She just looking like, girl, somebody take me to Macy's. Somebody take me to go get my nails done. Somebody get me a massage. Is that what she's saying, Scott? Look over there.
Yeah.
Help. Help. The only pleasure the poor child had was to spend her evening sitting in the chimney corner, resting her weary limbs, and for this reason, her sisters mockingly nicknamed her Cinderella, because y'all bitches in training like y'all mama. That's all. No big deal. The sisters' fine clothes made Cinderella feel very shabby. That's by design, darling. But in her little torn frock and raggedy shoes, she was 1,000 times more lovelier than they were. Now it chanced that the king's son gave a grand ball to which he invited all the lords and ladies in the country, and among the rest, Cinderella's two sisters were asked. How pleased and excited they were when the invitation arrived. For days they could talk of nothing but the clothes they would wear and the grand folk they hoped to meet. When at last the great day arrived, Cinderella was kept running from early to late, decking the sisters and dressing their hair. Let me tell you something about this story. For all you people out there, if you watch this, if there's any one thing that you learn from me, learn this. These fairy tales are to give you kind of a little bit of training. Like all these stories kind of give you a little training in real life without you actually have to like go through it. It kind of gets that mind going. But look at how they treating this girl who they are jealous of. So if you have people treating you badly, sometimes it is because they are indeed jealous of you. Sometimes they give you a lot of busy work to keep you from leveling up like Oprah and Marilyn Monroe. Sometimes it's to keep you just busy enough focusing on them so you don't focus on you. Just FYI, just in case you were wondering what my thoughts were. But let's keep going here. That's a PSA. Don't you wish you were going to the ball? Said one of them. See, that's that hater language. That's that hater language right there. Oh, don't you wish you was going? Well, I would be if I wasn't trying to push your fat up in this dress. Okay? You over here looking like a case sausage, darling. Okay? Let me stop. Let me get to this story. Um, Indeed I do, sighed the poor little maid. The sisters burst out laughing. A pretty spectacle you would be, they said rudely. Go back to your cinders. They are fit company for rags. Then, stepping carefully into their carriage so they might not crush their fine clothes, they drove away to the ball. So, again, Oprah, Marilyn, both were teased when they were younger, probably because they were pretty. And, other girls saw the potential and, was like, well, let me kick them while they down so they never stand up or whatever. And, that's kind of how things go. So for those out there, don't let them beat you down, baby. Go ahead, stand up. Okay. Cinderella went back to her chimney corner and tried not to feel envious. You ain't got to envy those who envy you, boo. But the tears would gather in the pretty eyes and trickle down the sorrowful little face. What are you crying for, child? Cried a silvery voice. Cinderella started and raised her eyes. Who could that be? Then in a moment she knew. It was her fairy godmother. Girl, in the nick of time. I need a massage. I need Macy's. I need my nails done. Anyway. I do so want, began Cinderella. Then her sobs stopped her. To go to the ball, finished the godmother. Cinderella nodded. Well, stop crying, be a good girl, and you shall go. Run quickly into the garden and pick the largest pumpkin you can find. Cinderella could not imagine how a pumpkin could help her to go to the ball, but her only thought was to obey her godmother. In a few moments, she was back again with a splendid pumpkin. Her godmother scooped out the inside, and one touch of the wand, poof, and the pumpkin became a golden coach lined with white satin. Ooh, girl, it was super fancy. Now, child, quick, the mouse trap from the pantry. Now that's where I probably would have dropped. I'm like, girl, I ain't going to playing with no mice. But I mean, this chick got magic, so. Here it is, godmother, said Cinderella breathlessly. One by one, 6 fat, sleek mice passed through the trap door. As each appeared, a touch of the wand, 6 times, because I ain't got time to be sitting there counting all that. It transformed it into a cream color horse fit for a queen. I got my crown on, Scott. Look at that. I came ready. Now, Cinderella, can you find a coachman? There is a large gray rat in a rat trap. Will he do, godmother? Girl, y'all got a lot of mice and rats around now, girl. I need to call Orkin. Run and fetch him, child, and then I can judge. So Cinderella ran to fetch the rat, and her godmother said, he was just made for a coachman. No, he wasn't. And I think you would have agreed with her had you seen him a moment later with his powder wig and silk stockings. That was the style, that was the fashion back then. Maybe I need to put a little baby powder in my wig, Scott, so I can be fashionable throughout timelines and lifestyles, but mostly timelines. 6 lizards from behind the patch frame became 6 foot soldiers in splendid liveries. You would have thought they had been footmen all their lives. Cinderella was so excited that she could scarcely speak. Oh, godmother, she cried. It is all so lovely. Then suddenly she thought of her shabby frock. Girl, she got that wine and she doing all that with mice and rats and lizards. Girl, imagine what the hell she gonna do with you. Like, have a little faith, ma'am. This is my white muslin, she said wistfully. Do you think? But then Cinderella could realize, but before Cinderella could realize what was happening, her godmother wand tapped, boof, her lightly on the shoulder, and in place of the shabby frock, there was a gleam of satin, silver, and pearls. Girl, you decked out. You is decked out. Okay, wait. I'm looking. I'm sorry. I like to look because I don't be reading this beforehand. I need to do better, probably. Okay. Who could describe a robe made by fairies? It was white as snow and dazzling. Round the hem. Okay, girl, we ain't gonna read. This dress is beautiful. Come, child, said the godmother, or you will be late. Then Cinderella moved. The firelight shone upon her dainty shoes. They are of diamonds, she said. Oh, girl. This in turn into Marilyn Monroe. Diamonds are girl's best friend. Ooh. On the shoes. Scott, I need diamond shoes. Why am I sitting here with plain, regular, basic ass shoes?
No, because you're not a fairy godmother.
But I have you, Scott. I have you. Okay, Scott's working on it. Y'all clock this. What's today? On the 25th of July, Scott told me he was going to buy me some diamond shoes like Cinderella so he could put it on my dainty foot. My big old size 9 foot dainty. No, answered grandmother. They are better than that. They are made of glass, made by the fairies. And now, child, go. Enjoy yourself at your heart's content. Go twerk, girl. Go twerk, girl. Drink all you can and twerk all you can, girl. Yes. Glass slippers and boots on ground, girl. Only remember, if you stay at the palace one instant after midnight, your coach and servants will vanish, and you will be the little gray Cinderella once more. Why we got limits on it? I guess, yeah, it's better than what we had before. A few moments later, the coach dashed into the royal courtyard, and the door was flung open, and Cinderella alighted. She walked slowly up the richly carpeted staircase. There was a murmur of admiration, and the king's sons hastened to meet her. Never, he said to himself, have I seen someone so lovely. Ooh, he's smitten. Scott, is that what you saw when you saw me? You was like, ooh. That's what I saw. Period. Cinderella. I was better than that. Yeah. Cinderella got rats for coach me, and I ain't have all that. I'm kidding. I am part of the glow up too, y'all. He led her into the ballroom where the king, who was much taken with her sweet face and pretty modest manners, whispered to the queen that she must surely be a foreign princess. The evening passed in the dream of delight, Cinderella dancing with no one but the handsome prince and being waited on by his own hand at supper time. She like, give me a drink, give me some chicken, give me some bacon, give me butter and toast. What else could she ask for, Scott?
Whatever she wants, I guess.
Scott, you have no imagination. The two sisters could not recognize their raggedy little sister. Oh, they do. In a beautiful and graceful lady to whom the prince paid so much attention and felt quite pleased and flattered when she addressed a few words to them. See, when you have glow up, your haters don't even realize it be you, child, because they so used to seeing you down on the ground. Don't be paying haters no mind, child, because then they be over there your biggest fans. Presently, a clock chimed the 11:75, and remembering her godmother's warning, Cinderella at once took leave of the prince and jumped into her coach, was driven rapidly home. Here she found her godmother waiting to hear all about the ball. It was lovely, said Cinderella, and oh, godmother, there is to be another tomorrow night, and I should so much like to go to it. Then you shall, replied the kind fairy, and kissing her godchild tenderly, she vanished. When the sisters returned from the ball, they found a sleepy little maiden sitting in the chimney corner waiting for them. Girl, she had twerked and drank and partied her little self to sleep, child. How late you are, cried Cinderella, yawning. Are you not very tired? Not in the least, they answered. And then they told her about what a delightful ball it had been, and how the loveliest princess in the world had been there and had spoken to them and admired their pretty dresses. Who was she? Asked Cinderella slyly. That we cannot say, answered the sisters. She would not tell us her name, though the prince begged her to do so on bent knee. Dear sister, said Cinderella, I too should like to see the beautiful princess. Will you not lend me your old yellow gown that I may go to the ball tomorrow with you? What? Cried her sisters angrily. Lend you one of our little dresses, Cinder maid? That makes no sense, child. What you got, Scott? Why you sitting there shaking your head? Scott got a problem with this.
No, it's gone.
Have you never seen the movie?
Probably have.
I'm the one with the imagination over in this household, just FYI. Scott's the serious one. I'm the not serious one. The next night, the sisters were more particular than ever about their attire. But alas, they were dressed, and as soon as their carriage had arrived, the godmother appeared. Once more, she touched her godchild with her wand, and in a moment, she was arrayed in a beautiful dress that seemed as though it had been woven of moonbeams and sunshine. What that look like, Scott? I need that dress.
Okay. Look for that one.
It's at Nordstrom's, probably.
Okay. I'll check there.
Yeah. Check on it. So radiantly did it gleam and shimmer. She put her arms around her godmother's neck and kissed her thank you. Goodbye, dear child. Enjoy yourself, but whatever you do, remember to leave the ball before the clock strikes 12, the godmother said, and Cinderella promised. The hours flew by so happily and so swiftly that Cinderella forgot her promise. Girl, you ain't even do it right. She drank too much. Until she happened to look at the clock and saw that it was on the stroke of 12. With a cry of alarm, she fled from the room, dropping in her haste one of the little glass slippers. But with the sound of the clock strokes in her ear, she dared not wait to pick it up. The prince hurried after her in alarm. You a stalker kind of sort. Why she can't leave? But when he reached the entrance hall, the beautiful princess had vanished, and there was no one to be seen but a forlorn little beggar maid creeping away in the darkness. Ooh, girl. I still see you, Cinderella, girl. I still see you, sis. Poor little Cinderella. She hurried home through the dark streets, weary and overwhelmed with shame. The fire was out when she reached home, and there was no godmother waiting to receive her. But she sat down in the chimney corner to await the sisters' return. When they came in, they could speak of nothing but the wonderful things that happened at the ball. The beautiful princess had been there again, they said, but had disappeared as the clock struck 12. And though the prince had searched everywhere for her, he was unable to find her. Sir, she don't want to be found. Chill out. You're looking thirsty, sir. He was quite beside himself with grief, said the elder sister, for there is no doubt he hoped to make her his bride. Damn, it's only been 2 months. They moved fast back then, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Ooh. Sky, how come you didn't marry me after 2 encounters? Was I not mysterious enough? Did I not have enough diamonds on my shoes?
That's a good question. No, it was that.
Think about it. And divorce me so you can marry me sooner. Cinderella listened in silence to all they had to say and slipped her hands into her pocket. Felt that one remaining glass slipper was safe, for it was the only thing of all her grand appeal that remained to her house. So just rolling around with some glass slippers, I would have broke them damn things. I'm clumsy. The people at Apple know me because I'm always breaking my computer. And the people at the car dealership know me too because I'm always popping tires too. Cinderella over there's working, popping that thing, honey. I'm popping these tires. Anyway, on the following morning, there was a great noise of trumpets and drums, and a procession passed through the town, at the head of which rode the king's son. Scott, he's out there in the daylight with a flashlight looking for her, like, girl, where you at? Where you at? I can't see you. I need her. I got one of her shoes. I know she gonna come back for it because women love shoes. Because some of us do. Yes, find your lady, honey. Okay, wait, I lost my space. I'm sorry, y'all. Behind him came a herald bearing a velvet cushion upon which rested a little glass slipper. Oh, that's mine. The herald blew a blast upon the trumpet and then read a proclamation saying that the king's son would only wed any lady in the land who could fit the slipper upon her foot, if she could produce another to match it. Okay, I was about to say, because it's probably a lot of chicks running around there with shoes or with feet that could fit in that shoe. So, sir, you gonna end up with some chick that looks like that because her foot fit in the shoe. But no, he said she got to come with the other shoe too. We're safe for now. Well, of course, the sisters tried to squeeze their big ass foot. That's not what it says. Tried to squeeze their feet into the slipper. That big ass, huge ass foot. Their big toe couldn't even get in there. But okay. Shout out to Al Bundy. Shout out to Married with Children. Al Bundy was like, Al Bundy was so grumpy. He used to be like, why is all these bad people coming here for shows? He was so mad. He was not having a good life. But shout out to him. Shout out to Al Bundy. Shit. He was that dude. I love, just for the record, I love Married with Children. That is a classic show. If you have never seen it, please watch it. It's fucking hilarious. Anyway. But they were much too big. Yeah, girl, that big toe was not fitting up in that glass slipper, ma'am. I don't even know why you pretended, ma'am. You looked at that shoe and you knew your foot couldn't fit in there. But okay, let's go. Then Cinderella shyly begged that she might try. How the sisters laughed with scorn. How does that saying go, Scott? He who laughs first, or he who laughs the hardest or something.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm. That's about to be my girl Cinderella's. When the prince knelt to fit the slipper on the cinder maid's foot, but what was their surprise when it slipped on with the greatest ease? Oops. Oops. Does this shoe fit my foot? Oops. Did I have another shoe up in my damn pocket? Jealousy will get you nowhere. And the next moment, Cinderella produced the other from her pocket. Bam, checkmate, hoes. Huh? Huh? Again, just like my girl Oprah and Marilyn. People doubt it, but who laughing? Who laughing now? Oprah over here worth billions of dollars. Who's laughing? Marilyn Monroe is everywhere. I see a calendar of her every year. She didn't have plenty documentaries. They done remade her life like 36 times. Who laughing now? Who laughing now? Look at Cinderella with that other shoe and slid her foot right up in that shoe. Once more, she stood in a slipper. And once more, the sisters saw before the lovely princess, haters, who was to be the princess bride, period. She over there like fluffing her hair. She like, yes, y'all don't know me. Your wish. Not even on your best day. Not even on your best day. Scott, look at me. Not even on your best day. For at the touch of the magic shoe, the little gray frock disappeared forever. And in place of it, she wore the beautiful robe the fairy godmother had given her. I thought it was two separate ones. Can I get a third? Because I'm about to be a queen. The sisters hung their head with sorrow and vexation. But kind little Cinderella, I wouldn't have did this, put her arms around their necks, kissed them, and forgave them for all their unkindness, so that they could not help but love her. I wouldn't have did that. I would have cussed them hoes out. I would have took all their stuff out the closet and threw it right in that cinder stuff. And be like, you bitches clean it up. I got to go. That would have been me, but I am very petty. What say you, Scott?
Yeah, I mean, that definitely would have been you.
I have imagination. Life is my creation. Anyway, the prince could not bear to part with her again. So he carried her back to the palace in his grand coach. And they were married that very day.
All right. It's no time.
Okay, girl, but you don't even know him like that. You just saw him twice. Well, this is the third time. You just saw him 33 times. And one time it was just to put a shoe on your foot. And he was doing it for any woman. He's just like, any woman who could fit this damn thing and produce the other shoe, I want her. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, she could go marry the rich dude or
What rich dude?
the prince.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or stay at home, scrubbing the floors and living by the fireplace.
What if we got to know him and dated him a little bit longer?
It's tough to stay at home and do the chores.
No. I feel like he wouldn't. I would have just told on him. I'd be like, let me tell you what these heifers got me doing. Let me tell you.
You'd be like, well, then you come marry me.
That that's it. That feels like a bribe. Like it's
Well,
this or
that's how
that.
they did it back then.
Well, yeah, they did. So okay. Cinderella's stepsisters were present at the feast. They wouldn't have been invited, but in the place of honor sat the fairy godmother. So the poor little cinder maid married the prince, and in time they came to be king and queen and lived happily ever after. Until I'm kidding. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say until. But you know there was an until. You know he was cheating because kings back then had mistresses and stuff. Look at King Henry VIII. Look at all of them, child. You know he had other chicks. You know she became bored and listless. If she didn't give him no son, she might have lost her head, girl. It's the whole thing. These kings were not like this here. Okay. Yeah. No. What did you think, Scott? What were your thoughts?
Yeah. They lived happily ever after.
Do you have any lessons learned from that?
Well, they can really get a good life lesson from that one.
I told you one lesson. When people try to treat you bad, sometimes it's envy. That be envy. They some haters. I think Kendrick Lamar called it out the best. He's like, you a fan, you a fan, you a fan. You over here hating because you a fan, sir. That's it. Nothing beyond that.
No. And if your life sucks and Prince Charming comes, take the deal.
Scott, we've watched Fatal Vows, and sometimes that don't work.
Well, could be good for a little while at least.
Period. Also, a lot of these tales they're kind of adjacent to a lot of like celebrities or famous people that we know. So you can learn a lot from them. Go back to your fairy tales and also look at some of these celebrities and look at how they started and how they kind of leveled up and glowed up. They may not have had a fairy godmama, but honey, they figured it out some way, somehow. Some way, somehow they got to where they wanted to be. Period. And so can you. So with that, do you have anything else?
No.
You guys can share your thoughts in the comments. If you have recommendations, because I feel like that should happen, put it in the comments and we will consider them. Tell me if you want Fat Kid Friday, because I feel like that can become a thing. Or should we keep Scooby Snack Sherlock, Scooby Snacks, Mystery Scooby Snack, whatever the hell it's called. I forget what I called it. Anyway, so with that, I bid you guys adieu. From wherever we are to wherever you are, peace, love, and happiness. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow because we got super scary Saturday sleepover and all that good stuff. So with that, we'll see you guys later.